Yo, what's up guys? This is Theo here. Welcome back to CodeCademy Introduction to Python. This is part 16. So we are on the second part of loops, starting with lesson 11. So let's go ahead and get started. So the instructions here say add a second for loop so that each character in Word is printed one at a time. Okay, so what we have here is we have this variable thing, and so we're iterating over the characters. So let's do that with Word. So we'll say for W in Word, that's our local variable. We just want to print out that word. So we should get EGGS. Awesome, guys. And obviously the exclamation mark. Okay, so next one. Let's filter out. Sorry about that. Let's filter out the letter A from our string. Do the following for each character in the phrase. If character is an A or character is an A, print X instead of character. Make sure to include the trailing comma. Otherwise, else please print character with the trailing comma. Okay. So let's do that. So we'll say for P in phrase. Okay. We'll say if P is equal to A or P is equal to A, so either one, then what we want to do is print X, and then obviously we want this comma, and else, if it doesn't meet that condition, we just want to print P. So let's go ahead and run that. We'll see what that gives us. Did you replace all the A's with X's? I did. Let me see. Expert in the let me get rid of that comma real quick. Instead of, it looks like you printed expert in that instead of expert in the oh right, we want it like that, I think. And then print P. Okay, there we go. That's what they wanted. So just little syntax errors. That's pretty common. Next up, guys, we're going to iterate over our list now. Remember, a list is just like an array in JavaScript. So write a second for loop that goes through the numbers list and prints each element squared, each on its own line. Okay, so our second for loop that goes through the numbers list. Okay, so we'll say print, or we'll say for n in numbers. Okay, we want to print n squared, or we're just going to print n times n. And there we go, guys. We got all of our numbers squared. So starting right here, 49. Next up, we're going to loop over a dictionary, which is just like a key value object in JavaScript. So on line 5, print the key. Okay, so let's go ahead and print this key. So we'll say dictionary of key. Well, let's print that out, obviously, followed by the value associated with that key. Okay, so print this dictionary has the value. Right, on line 5. Let me make sure I'm doing that right. Print the request format is used. On line 5, print the key followed by a space followed by the value. So we'll say key and dictionary key. There we go. So we got A is apple, C is cherry, B is berry. Awesome. I don't know why it printed it in that order. That's kind of weird, but okay. Cool. So next up, counting as you go. We don't want the user to see things listed from index 0, since this looks unnatural. Instead, the item should appear to start at index 1. Modify the print statement to reflect this behavior. Okay. So let's see what they want us to do. Instead of just printing index, print index plus 1. Okay, so this is just going to increase the variable we start with. But you know, we could always have this start at like 3 or something and watch. Obviously, it's going to give it to me wrong, but it'll start your iteration at that. Cool. Even though under the hood it starts at 0. Multiple list. Compare each pair of elements and print the larger of the two. Okay, so zip, it looks like it creates a pair of elements when passed to list and will stop at the end of the shorter list. Okay, so let's see. Compare each pair of elements, print the larger of the two. All right, and we will say, let's see, how can we do this? A is an element from, use an if statement. Okay, so we'll say if length, I think it's length of A is greater than length of B, print A, else print B. And let me get rid of these again. Pattern of habit, or I think we want that, yeah. So let's try this out. What does it say? Int has no length. What is it? A and B, is it count? Compare each pair of elements and print the larger of the two. So zip will create pairs of elements and past, and will stop at the end of the shorter list. We can handle 3 or more list. A is an element, B is an element. Use an if statement to compare the two. Oh, right. So we're just comparing which. Okay, so we'll say if A is greater than B, print A, else print B. Okay, so let's try that out. Cool. So all this did was this compared which list was let's see. I guess, let me see, why is it printing? Create pairs of elements, pass through list, and will stop at the end of the shorter list. Okay, so it's stopping at A, right? Okay, and then it's looking at which one's bigger. Huh, okay, interesting. Click Save and Submit to see how for and else work together. So we're using this for loop, and then we're creating some logic in here. Let's see what happens. So you have a banana, an apple, an orange, and tomato is not a fruit. Awesome. Modify the code in the editor such that the for loop's else statement is executed. So if F is a tomato, print a tomato is not a fruit. Else, let's see. If F is a tomato, print a tomato is not a fruit. Okay. Why is it not? You change the contents of the fruit or the contents of the for statement such that the loop doesn't break on tomato. Okay, so let's just take out this break then. I guess we could do that, right? That's probably fine, yeah. Build your for else statement in the editor. Execution of the else branch is optional. So we'll say for I in range 10, if I is equal to 5, and we'll just print hit, and let's just break. Else print didn't hit. Let's go ahead and run this. Cool. Alright guys, so we just finished part 16 of CodeCademy Python loops. Next up guys, we're going to go on to practice problems and then exam statistics. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and support the channel. It means a lot. Thanks for watching guys, and have a great day. Take care.